This video response is going to go out to Derek Vickers, and that's because you uploaded some music videos to YouTube. You also uploaded some MP3 music files to your own webpage. I listened to all your music, I watched your videos, I examined your lyrics as best as I could. I know that you do not have your lyrics listed on your webpage. I wish you would. It would make it a lot easier for me to examine them, to make inquiries of them, that kind of thing. If you could do that, that'd be great. Anyway, I went through all your music and I came up with some commentary about all your stuff. As you can see right here, I've got some commentary for you. And I will now go ahead and present all this commentary. If you can answer these questions, I would love for you to do that. You asked me to check all this stuff out. I did. And so here's my commentary to you. Go ahead and leave all the answers to all my questions down here below. Alright, let's start with your first song called Felony. The first thing I will say is that it's so refreshing to hear a song that hasn't been massively auto-tuned. I can't stand auto-tune. I really can't. It's horrible. It's disgusting. If I wanted to listen to a robot, I would make my own synthesized music. I really would. But no. Don't auto-tune. Please do not auto-tune. You did a good job. Other artists simply haven't. So do not auto-tune. You'll impress me better that way. I mean it. Okay? It's also refreshing to hear a song that isn't a fake form of happiness. Let me tell you something. You can experience happiness. You can experience joy. But there is such a thing called artificial happiness. This is where you ingest intoxicating substances to reach some level of happiness. Don't do that. That's not real happiness. It's fake. It's phony. And you can hear it in a song and you're like, man, don't do any fake and phony happiness. Either it's genuine or it's not. When you overcome a mountain, that is joy and victory and happiness, okay? When you open up a Christmas present and you see that you got exactly what you wanted, by gollies, that's happiness. But some of the fake happiness I hear in songs these days, ugh. Make your happiness genuine, and you'll do well. Okay, I'm glad you do, but a lot of artists do not take a lesson from that, okay? A song about real life can touch a person's soul. This is so true. And you will hear me review other songs from famous artists, and you'll begin to see that for yourself. Fake happiness can't do this. Okay? So, I personally consider you an underappreciated musician. I grant you that you didn't surpass any of the songs found on the Saturday Night Fever soundtrack, which I will be covering soon. But you definitely surpassed Carly Rae Jepsen. Oh my gosh. A monkey could go over the head of Carly Rae Jepsen. Charlie Puth. And believe me, I never want to hear from that man again. And to some degree, even Miley Cyrus. I have to admit that in the early days, Miley Cyrus wasn't too bad. But man, anymore, a lot of her songs just don't impress me at all. And I have to say, you're doing a little bit better than Meghan Trainor, too. Meghan Trainor's a pretty decent artist, but I have to say, she definitely has some flaws, and I've covered them on my YouTube channel already. And you're matching wits with Taylor Swift, too. Taylor Swift has some good songs, and then there's some other songs that she doesn't do so well with. Even the artist known as Lissy, you're almost in that league. I'm not kidding you. And I have to say, some songs Lissy has done are great, some of them not so much. And I will be covering that someday on this channel, so you'll be able to see that. But anyway, let's go to the lyrics of Felony, and let me ask you some questions about it. What game was she wanting you to play? What rules was she trying to change? I was kind of curious about that. I think it would have been better if she had grown as a person from the shame you hoped she felt. The focus would be on the remorse that she may feel at some point in the future. Okay. Now, I have to admit, sometimes it's really tough to end a bad relationship. Sometimes you have to end a relationship, but it may not be so easy. You illustrate this well in your song. I have to give you that. You really did good on that. Now, in the song, I was kind of hoping you would emphasize how the person in the song grew as a person because of the experience that they had. That would have been very interesting to have seen at like maybe the middle or possibly the end of the song. That would have been interesting. Okay? Now, the techno part of the music in this song is a little overdone. When you're talking about Saturday Night Fever, and I hope you take a chance, examine the entire album thoroughly, you will see that having a little techno is great, but if you overdo it, it kills the song. And that's what happened to some disco artists back in the 1970s. They overdid the techno part of the music, and nobody wanted to listen to it. And that's part of the reason why disco kind of went in flames, okay? But anyway, that's another subject for another time, okay? I would, if you're going to do more music, and I hope you do, I would include more conventional instruments like a well-timed violin or a fiddle or a flute or a saxophone or maybe some trumpets or something else, something in the wind instrument family. That is something I would do. A synthesizer should be well blended into a song. It shouldn't overwhelm the song. Okay? This is like making a cake mix. If you put the right amount of ingredients in, it makes a beautiful cake. If you put too much of one ingredient in there, it ruins the whole thing. See what I mean? Now, overall, I think your song was well sung. Now, I'm going to briefly discuss another song of yours called Lost Without You. Overall, the lyrics were great. I loved them. I didn't need any explanation to grasp the point of the song. My only critique of that particular song is, once again, you overused your synthesizer. It should be better blended into the song to make it sound just a little bit better. But other than that, you're definitely on the right track. You're far more on the right track than you think. So, you did a very good job with most of your music. I know there were other songs. I could have reviewed them, but I just didn't want to take up that much time doing that. If you put out any new music, I will take a look at it, see what I think about it, and I will give you an honest review of that stuff as well. So, don't get discouraged. You're almost there. I'm not kidding you. It'd be like being on the last leg of the Kentucky Derby. Okay? So, see what I mean? So, you're really doing well. So, don't give up. I would personally listen to some of the songs of Lissy, but before you do, let me review some of those first. I will get to that. It may take me a while, but I will get to that. There's a couple of songs of Taylor Swift I'd like to review myself, but I will be reviewing songs from various artists, especially from back in my day in the 1970s, and I'll review those. And as you listen to each review, you'll get the idea of what should be put in a song and what should be left out. And you'll do well. You really will do well. Anyway, good job on your videos. Good job on your songs. I wish you all the best. Keep on trying, and I'll keep my eyes out for anything new that you put up. Alright, this is Ted the Speed Learner signing off. I hope you have a great week. I will tell you more in a future video, so I would like for you to stay tuned.